Kicking up dust on a rick house floor. Charred oak whispers we can't ignore. Stories in the mash, fire in the grain. Raise up your glass, feel that bourbon flame. We're the bourbon legends, let the spirit flow. From the backwoods stills to tonight's big show. Every drop a story, every sip that's drowned. We're bourbon legends, let's throw it down. Let's throw it down. From Kentucky hills to the neon lights, we're talking small batch days and whiskey nights. Tasting the past in every pour. Gonna carve our names on the distiller's door. We're the bourbon legends, let the spirit flow. From the backwoods stills to tonight's big show. Every drop a story, every sip that's drowned. We're bourbon legends, let's throw it down. Let's throw it down. Raise 'em high, feel the fire. Clinking glasses, lifting higher. One more toast to the ones before and the legends we're making forevermore. We're the bourbon legends, let the spirit flow. From the rick house walls to your front row. Every drop a story, every sip a crown. We're bourbon legends, come gather round. Come gather round. Come gather round.
Are we live? What's going on, everybody? Happy Thirsty Thursday with the Bourbon Legends. I am the Bourbon Santa, and we have someone here special. Oh, there he is, Roger Randall. What's going on, Roger?
Not much, my friend. Had a very good time last night with Will Pumphrey, who was in Studio B, and I was in Studio A. We had a good party going on. It was a good
I
time.
remember I was on here too. I was in the main studio here in Bristol, Connecticut.
Yeah,
So yeah, we were
little legendary. We had a good time. He was sipping a lot of my stuff, which I'm very, very comfortable with. Oh, no.
Well, I was going to say now, were you the big spoon or the little spoon last night? I'm just curious.
Last night he went on home to his lovely wife, and
Uh-huh.
I was upstairs and being all unspooned.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's better to be unspooned than spooned in a situation like that. So, what do you think, man? I mean, there's just been a lot of people dropping lately. You had the Prince of Darkness, then you had Hulk Hogan today. Man, what's going on?
Our childhood heroes are falling by the wayside. This is late at the end of the show. I want to have a toast to all of them, even Chuck Me and Joni, because there's people like that when I was a kid growing up, everybody remembers that song. Everybody knows that song when he played that on the flugelhorn.
I mean, there's not very many famous flugelhorn players in the world, so God,
No, there's not.
Rest in peace, Chuck. Hey, speaking of peace and resting and whatnot, have you heard about what's happening up in Frankfurt with Buffalo Trace?
Oh, they've got a lot of activity still. They are.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah.
With their new facility.
Yep.
I mean, they're making building a $40 million facility.
and they're going to partner with Meridian Biotech, and basically it's to basically turn their byproducts that they do utilize, and they've always wanted to do this, is turn that stillage into pet food and fertilizer.
I mean, there's an old saying that says the rich get richer. And, most of these distilleries, their byproduct is waste, and they usually just beg farmers to come get it, haul it off to farms and whatnot. And dadgum Sazerac company has figured out a way now to invest $40 million in a facility so they can turn around and probably make $100 million selling this stuff as dog food and cat food and you name it.
If it works and it's a better product, more power to them.
I mean, reuse, refuse, redo, recycle, however they say that.
Yeah, they built when they were doing the rebuild on the distillery. They put a whole building in just to get this process started, so that they could get it into a form that they could sell it off like that. So, hey, it's expensive. As you know, there's a lot of money in all the byproduct and all that type of stuff that goes into distilling,
and a lot of money for people to spend on pet food. I mean, pets are a huge cost to humans. Between vet bills, easy for me to say, and food and clothing and everything else you do for your animals. I mean, how many people are going to go to Buffalo Trace gift shop and buy that green bag of dog food that says Buffalo Trace on it? I mean, it's going to be huge. It's going to be right up there with Freddy's root beer, I bet.
I'll bet they'll be lined up in the morning. The snake will be 2 more snakes because of that.
Oh Lord! Next up in the world of bourbon, I know here's one that's kind of near and dear to a lot of people's hearts because it's such a inexpensive pour. But we have news out of London that Early Times has just won the best bottled in bond.
Not hard for me to believe. It's even though there might be a question mark on whose distillant it is, I believe they were using the distillant that they received from Brown-Forman when Sazerac purchased the bottle Early Times. I'm still believe they're using that formula or that distillant. But no matter what it is, it's very good, and for it to be the best bottled in bond I think it's right.
Well, from my research, what one is the new distillate that they are producing there at Buffalo Trace.
So
that's what I've heard. Now, I don't know whether that formula changed from the original Brown-Forman formula. There's a lot of rumors out there that say it's different, it's the same. I don't know. I've never had the black top, so I do not know.
Yeah, again, it still goes back to that if they were using the Brown-Forman juice, it was a direct descendant of King of Kentucky mash bill. So, and I know they can't recreate that because that's proprietary.
Well, when was it? Earlier this year, I believe it was, is when that switchover was supposed to take place, where they ran out of the Brown-Forman juice, and then they were going to kick into the Buffalo Trace juice. So
and I'm surprised, again, not surprising, because if they didn't make a deal about it, they should have said something. They didn't change the bottles any or any of those type things. But again, I think a lot of the companies have got a lot of distillant that they need to utilize, and they're coming up with new labels with just basically increasing the age statement so they can keep using that distillant.
Right. Well, that's the thing. If you've got a lot of excess, every year it's going to be one age statement older.
Yeah, we'll have this. We got the 7-year old granddad bottled and bond. The next year it'll be 8 or 9 year.
That's right. Russell's 13, Russell's 15. next year it could be Russell's 17 and a half. You never know.
Yep.
The last thing that we have here on the agenda tonight is talking about Mary Dowling. Dowling. Easy for me to say again. You know, she was an old bootlegger. You knew that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she is being, and I'm probably going to butcher this word, posthumously. Did I get it?
You got it.
Posthumously inducted into the Bourbon Hall of Fame there in Kentucky.
You know, I think it's been interesting the last year or so because you've had Rabbit Hole did a whole line of bourbon that they produced utilizing her name, and the Mary Dowling bourbons are out there. Um, I had a feeling they've inducted just about everybody into that Bourbon Hall of Fame that's alive and dead. So they've got to go out and get diversify a little bit. And this is a way to do it.
Well, her story is really fascinating if you read up on it. You know, when Prohibition hit, of course, she was making legal juice at that point. She was not a bootlegger or a moonshiner at that time. And then when they got ready to shut her down, she just packed up everything and moved to Mexico where there was no prohibition, senor.
I
And
think
so, you know, hey, that's for back in the, you know, that's what been over 105, 110 years ago. That's pretty savvy for a woman, you know. Women didn't even get to start voting until what, like the 60s? So she was a pioneer and, you know, a mover and a shaker.
well, again, I think it was the right move because Mexico didn't make it illegal and it was easy to get it across the border. Oh, we didn't have that border wall then. Oh, sorry.
I think it's still pretty easy to get across that border.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic, and that's bringing in a guest. Look here who we brought in.
What's up, guys?
That's old Bourbon Nerd, Marty. What's going on, Marty?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just hanging out.
I know, man. I mean, welcome to your first live you've ever done. That's
First
pretty
one.
impressive. Well, it's at least your first live on the Bourbon Legends channel. You know,
Yes,
got to be first. What was that old saying that what was that movie about the race car drivers and he says if you're not first, you're last or whatever.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah,
Ricky
Ricky. So this is your first, so hopefully it won't be your last.
I hope not.
No, I hope not either. Like I said, the way people have been dropping lately, you never know. I mean,
I know.
geez.
Crazy.
So Marty, I have a question for you, buddy. I've known you for a pretty good while now, but I've never knew what actually brought you into the bourbon world. Is there a certain pour or you know, how did you come about to become a bourbon collector, drinker, et cetera, et cetera?
I guess Terry and Donnie, they got to buying bourbon and stuff, and I got to tasting around on it. But I didn't start buying it for a couple more years, you know. And then we got on the patio. And
So you were basically like Jamie Moochenberry, and you were just mooching the booze off of Terry, huh?
well, most time I was just drinking beer, you know.
Bush beer, I'm imagining, right?
Oh yes, sir, yes, sir. But the first bourbon I remember I ever had was my father-in-law used to drink Old Charter 10, and I'd sip around on it a little bit. But other than that, I didn't drink a whole lot of bourbon.
Well, back when I started, the main thing I drank was Jack and Coke. And so technically I wasn't even drinking bourbon either. I know last night when we did you not, was it you that had no, you weren't on last night. One of the boys from the patio was drinking a Jack and Coke. I can't remember which one it was. I can't even remember what I forgot to wear pants today to work. So, I mean, you know.
I believe it was West.
It could have been. I don't remember. Roger, you have anything that you want to ask Marty?
Well, I think I know this answer, which makes it a lot of fun. But how did you get involved with the boys from Life on the Patio? It seems like that's a very tight knit group and things like that. So can it go back and tell us how that got started?
All right, so I guess I knew Fortenberry before anybody. We grew up in the same town, and then I guess that was in the man. I don't even remember what year. Probably late '80s, early '90s. And then my wife went to school with Terry, or she lived in the same town Terry lived in. And they all hung out. Been knowing Wes as long as I did Jamie and Donnie and Gary. It was a little later before I knew them, but they were all from Earl, another little small town. They're 5 miles apart, so we've been knowing each other for 30 years, 30 plus years.
You know, were you raised in Marion?
No, I was raised in Parkin.
Okay, Parkin. Oh, where the artifacts are.
Yeah.
So Earl is just what do you call it? A suburban area.
It's 5 miles east of Parkin.
So okay.
No, I think you guys might live real close to a bunch of them, right?
Oh yeah. Well, 4 of us live in the same neighborhood.
Now was that planned? Did you just have like, hey, there's X amount of acres for sale, and y'all jumped in, or how did that work out?
So Terry moved over here first in this neighborhood, and I lived uptown for years, and we'd play poker and stuff up there. And my wife started wanting to build a house, so that we ended up out here. Gary lived here before I did, and then we built our house, and then Donnie built the house. Jamie's still in West Memphis, and so was Wes.
So he has to commute every night when y'all do a patio, huh?
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, that's nothing. Now I have a sneaking suspicion that I may know what this is, but I may be totally wrong. You never know when you start asking questions like this. What is your guilty pleasure in life?
Ah, man, that's a good one. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. That you got me on that one.
I mean, it could be watching Japanese anime videos.
No, it wouldn't be that.
That's Daniel's.
Yeah, I couldn't take Daniel.
That's for next week, huh? All
Yeah.
right. Well, we'll let you slide on that one. You could phone a friend if you needed to, if this was the millionaire game. But
Well, my question kind of flows into if you could instantly master any skill, what would it be? And it can be around bourbon, it can be around things in life,
Man,
technology, whatever.
I wish I could make bourbon like Brown Foreman. Tell you the truth, I like all bourbon, but Brown Foreman's got it going on.
you like that profile Jack, early
Jack,
times,
Old Forester,
Old
early
Forester,
times.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I can't say I don't like that as well, and I wish I could make bourbon like that too. Yeah, maybe one day I might dabble in those dark arts
You're closer than I
Yeah.
am, probably.
of donut making.
Donate making, yeah.
So Marty, here's the big one.
Uh-oh.
We've got 19, or on my end, we have 19 viewers watching. What would you challenge them if you could challenge them? You remember when they used to do these telethons, like for muscular dystrophy, and somebody would get on there and challenge somebody, and then they'd either have to rise to the call or duck their head between their legs and waddle off. If you could challenge these 19 viewers, what would that challenge be? What would you challenge them?
Well, just be the best person you can be, and be nice to people, and become a legend.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Be legendary.
That's right. I thought you might have said earlier when what would you like to aspire to? Roger's question. I thought you were going to be like you wanted to be the king of karaoke singing.
Yeah, I think that could be your guilty pleasure.
That could
The
be a guilty
karaoke
pleasure.
scene.
It could be. It could be. That's a good one.
Riding in the back of a pickup truck with a boom box blaring. Legends. What was that song?
That's how legends are made.
That's how
The
legends are
legends are made. Yeah.
Yeah, I sang that on the way to Spillway in the back of the truck.
Just wait till Spillway this year. We're gonna blow it out of the water.
It's gonna be
Folks,
crazy.
there's going to be cameras. There's going to be live action. It's going to be
I can't
wild.
wait.
It's gonna be
You thought
wild.
Mardi Gras was crazy.
No, well now. Hey,
Hey,
who knows how crazy it'll get? Hopefully, it'll get that crazy.
I think I know the
Legends may take
answer to
over
that.
Mardi Gras.
Oh,
What's
there
that?
you go.
I said the legends may take over Mardi Gras. You never know.
Oh man, I think the Legends already took that thing over years ago.
So I think I know the answer to this, and me and Craig bet an off-screen bet on this. And it's, which bottle in your collection are you the most proud of right
Most
now?
proud of.
I know
Which
it
one?
changes.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of right now?
Well, the most proud I'd have to say I got a William Heaven Hill 17 that me and my wife spent the night, or not, we didn't spend all night at the distillery, but we got it Heaven Hill real early and got 2 bottles, and one of them's gone. I guess I'm most proud of that one.
Yeah, you can remember that night. You're hanging out with, and what's your wife's name? What's
Bourbon
her
Bitch.
the bourbon bitch? Okay, just
She's
Michelle.
she's more
Michelle.
famous. She's more famous than Marty when you get on YouTube lives.
You got that
Yeah.
right.
I knew her before Marty, and then I'm like, "Oh, you're married to her? What the heck?"
Remember,
Hey,
he's got a T-shirt. I'm married to the bourbon bitch.
we have a viewer question here. I'm going to pop this on the page from Mike Brock, and he asks, "Where did you get the name Bourbon Nerd?"
Terry come up with that because everything I get into, I kind of study it, and I'm into it, I'm all in. So I started studying stuff, and Terry come up with that name.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't give their own nicknames, but like me, I gave myself the Bourbon Santa, my own nickname. But I mean, everybody now has kind of they just call me Santa. It's so weird. Like I think Daniel doesn't even know what my real name is, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if he does.
No.
Now, one of the pours I know that Marty really likes, and I'm very fond of it too. Marty, I was going to tell you, I saw one the other day on a online marketplace. You could get this for $2.99 plus shipping. I was going to send it to you, but I didn't want you to, be tempted. But what we're talking about is the pour that we're going to drink tonight, and that is the Jack Daniel's twice barreled bourbon. So, you all have your pours out, ready to go?
Yeah, we're gonna get the last drop out. There we go.
Look at that color on there. That is a beautiful, beautiful color. Beautiful
It's
thing.
might be a little legendary. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Darken up that color.
Mm.
I know this is Marty's one of his favorites because he'll every time he pulls the bottle down, he gets a big smile on his face, and it's like, here we go.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the going price for this right now? Does anybody know offhand?
I think there's some online for a little over $200.
Well, the one that I saw was $2.99.
$2.19, I think, the cheapest one I've seen.
Man, I really lucked into this. I was in Memphis one day last fall, and there was a store going out of business, and I stopped in there, and they had it behind the counter. And I said, hey, what are you asking for that? And they said $99. And I says, I'll take it. And then the manager walked over and he says, well, that's $99 if you buy one of our store picks. And I looked at him, I'm like, dude, you're going out of business. I mean, you got a big sign up there that says going out of business sale. I'm like, do you want $99 or do you want me to just go on down the street? And he's like, sell it. So I consider that a win to get it for $99.
Yep.
But That's the only one I've seen.
My first one I got the year before last at Spillway for $99. Well, one day me and Terry was in Memphis, and they had this twice barreled and the 2022 single malt twice barrel. And Terry said, "What do you take for both of them?" So we got them for $160 out the door a piece.
So you basically paid $80 for it then.
No, it was $160 a piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that was out the door for $160. So.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Jack Daniel's going to do this again?
I'm not sure.
I know if Jack Daniel's didn't, I know somebody that could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all you'd have to do is get the single barrel right, and then just rebarrel it.
They put it in a toasted barrel, I believe, for 2 more years or 2.5 more years.
Oh wow! Of course, that's a 53-gallon toasted barrel. If you did like a 10-gallon toasted barrel, you could probably get by with it in 6 months or so, depending on what time of the year it was. I don't know. Just saying, donut maker might have to do that at some point.
This smells like my rick house out in the garage. It's got that that char smell to it. That, and I dare say a little bit like a burned apple, but that's just me.
And that rye, I mean, I'm not a big rye guy. I think most people are not a big rye person, and then the more they drink, the more they kind of, transition over into rye. But I'm not getting. It's not overly spicy, or I mean, I know it's just 100 proof, but you just don't get a lot of the spice. It's not overly oaked. It's just well balanced.
Yeah, kind of smooth, nice and.
And it's only 100 proof, but it's still got all the flavor. It's so rich. It's rich and it's dark.
It is a damn good pour, if I have to say so myself.
Well, I might know some people going to Jack Daniel's soon. I don't know about anybody else. And maybe you guys could, those people could go in there and put that on a suggestion card somewhere.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, we'll see. I know Terry's going. I think Marty may be going.
Oh, of course I am.
Marty and Terry don't miss anything. You guys are heading out this weekend to Clarksdale. Is it Clarksdale? Clarksville?
Clarksville.
We're going to Old Glory.
Yeah, that's what we were having last weekend with Ernest, or last Thursday with Ernest, was the Old Glory.
Man, they're doing good. They're doing really good with their single barrel.
You gonna bring back some product? I know you can barrel it over there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been interested in their bottled and bond if they have it available. That'd be a good bottle to have too.
Well, whatever y'all need, just let me know. I can pick it up.
The problem is I never really need anything.
Won't.
But I always end up wanting a lot. Speaking of wanting a lot, I really wanted that Russell's 13 today, but I didn't have any luck getting my name in the hat to get one.
I didn't either. I never showed them in stock. I got on there and it said it couldn't deliver to Arkansas, of course.
No, Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, but they only have 6 states they deliver to, so why even do it that way? But I'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
Well, is Texas one of those states?
I believe it was, maybe.
It was, but it was not available. Same way with Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It was not. They will deliver there, but it wasn't available at the time. See, that's a good thing when you have friends and you have friends' addresses. I was putting in every address of people I knew outside of Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, and still couldn't score one. But at least their webpage didn't let you put it in the cart and it just sits there and nothing happens like the last 2 times. So, Anywho, moving on from that, Jack Daniel's story. Like I said, when I was growing up, Jack Daniel's was the bottle that I would drink, usually with a Coke, and I have 2 single barrels set back, signed by the master distiller from probably, let's see, got married in 2000. So it was probably around 98, 99, 2000 in that area. I picked up one and I said, I'm going to drink this when my firstborn gets married. And then when I had a second child, I bought another bottle of it. And I said, I'll have this when he gets married. But now that I have, other pours, I guess I'm going to have to add to that, that list on the wedding night. So I don't know. My daughter's getting kind of serious with this old boy. So I might have to be cracking into that sucker sooner than later. But yeah, it's at least 25 years old. Because I had it before I got married, or right as when I got married. So that's probably the oldest bottle of whiskey that I own. I guess that would be considered a dusty for sure.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got an uncle that lives in Memphis, and he said he's got me a 25-year-old Jack Daniel's bottle. I have no idea which one it is that he's gonna give me, and it's never been open. And
Huh.
he said he said I threw a bunch of stuff away. I was like, no. He said it was already open. I said I don't care, but he's got that bottle. He's gonna bring me next time he sees me. So
That's pretty cool. I know a lot of people. My friend up in Philadelphia, he is a real estate agent, and he goes into these houses, and he's like, if I ever come across some old liquor, I'll let you know. And I'm like, please do, because I think that'd be cool. Just walk into a place, open up a cabinet, and there could just be some real good pours there. But more than likely, with the way the bourbon industry is now in the bourbon world, whiskey world, people know, grab those old bottles, and put them on the unicorn auctions or whatever.
Yep. That's right.
Too much money to make or to lose, if you will. Anybody? Let me check the comments, see if anybody else has a question for Marty. Let's see here. Leighton wanted you to do the ice bucket challenge in the pool.
No.
Jerry says your guilty pleasure is coolers, like Yeti coolers. You have a lot of Yeti coolers?
I got a bunch of coolers, period.
My brother-in-law one time had probably like 30 different kinds of ice chests. I'm like, what in the hell are you going to do with all those? And he's like, you just never know when you need it. You just never.
Yeah, I got a bunch. I ain't got 30, but I got a bunch.
Well, you do a lot of camping though, so you.
Oh yeah.
You need.
I use them all, but not all at once.
Right. Well, I mean, it's like bourbon. You can't have too many of them.
Yeah,
Right?
I can't drink it all at once, right?
That's right.
Well, I think the other thing that Marty's famous for is one of our first shorts that we did. Him cracking a bottle and putting it on there, and it ends up getting over 3,000 some odd views.
I know, right?
So
yeah, I hadn't put one on in a while. I need to do that.
You need to do it.
I sat there and try to make these videos. A 30-second or a minute video takes me 30 minutes to make, and Marty just cracks the top and he gets 3,000 views. I'm like, sometimes life is just not fair,
Well, when it's done by the Bourbon Nerd and he's legendary and a patio monster, I mean, come on. What else do you expect?
Triple threat.
Triple threat.
I like that better than the Bourbon Nerd. You should just be called Triple Threat.
Triple threat.
All right. Well, Marty, thanks for coming on. We've got a little bit more show to do. You can either hang around in the backstage or if you want to jump. Either way, it's up to you, but I want to thank you for coming on here, and I'll probably be seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
I'll hang around as long as I can.
All right. I know you usually go to bed early, so you and me, we'd be going to bed early.
You ain't lying.
Yeah. And Roy P., we always got to get off. Not everybody can hang. Now, you get me in person, I can hang pretty good. We did pretty good in Spillway.
Yes, sir.
All right, Marty McCormick, Bourbon Nerd, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you in a few.
All right, see ya.
All right, goodbye. All right, folks, we're going to be right back.
Top 10 allocated bourbons to hunt for in 2025. In the world of bourbon, some bottles are easy to spot in your store, while others vanish before they ever hit the shelves. Today, we're taking you on a journey, a countdown of 10 of the most sought-after allocated bourbons. Each one is a legend in its own right, but together, they form a dream list for any collector or enthusiast. If you spot them for the suggested retail price, grab them fast. Most times they are marked way up. Number 10. Weller Full Proof. We begin our list with a wheated wonder. Weller Full Proof packs a punch at 114 proof, unfiltered and untouched. Using wheat instead of rye gives it a smoother, softer profile even at high proof, making it a fan favorite for those who love heat without harshness. Number 9. Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, released once a year on September 2nd. Old Forester's Birthday Bourbon is as much a celebration as it is a drink. Its vintage-styled bottle holds a unique mash bill and age statement every year, offering something new and memorable with each release. Number 8. Michter's 10-Year Bourbon. The distillery guards their barrels carefully and only releases them when they meet exceptional standards. Aged to near perfection, Michter's 10-Year is a bottle of elegance and richness. Number 7. Four Roses Limited Edition Small Batch, a blend of hand-selected recipes. The annual limited edition from Four Roses is a masterclass in complexity. Number 6. Blanton's Straight from the Barrel. You may know Blanton's, but this one is in a league of its own. It is one of the most sought-after bourbons in the Blanton's lineup, and for good reason. It is the boldest expression in the brand's portfolio, uncut, unfiltered, and bottled at cask strength. Number 5. Elmer T. Lee. A tribute to the man who made single barrels bourbon famous, Elmer T. Lee is smooth, rich, and elegant. It's often overlooked by those chasing higher proof, but its balance and history make it one of the most beloved allocated bourbons around. Number 4. E. H. Taylor Jr. Barrel Proof Rye. One of the rarest and most exciting expressions in the Taylor lineup. It stands apart from most ryes on the market due to its unique mash bill, bold proof, and limited availability. Bottled in bond but still barrel strength, this is where heritage meets horsepower. Number 3. William LaRue Weller. Part of the famed Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, this wheated bourbon is uncut, unfiltered, and unforgettable. Full-bodied with caramel, dark cherry, toasted marshmallow, cinnamon, cocoa, and baking spice. Number 2. George T. Stagg. Collectors brace every fall for the Antique Collection drop, and George T. Stagg is the crown jewel. Beloved for its rich intensity, deep age, and high proof, GTS combines 15 years of aging with no dilution or filtration. It is intense, complex, and one of the boldest bourbons you'll ever taste. And finally, the one, the myth, the legend. Coming in at number 1 is Pappy Van Winkle's Family Reserve. Whether it's the 15-year with its boldness, the 20-year with its elegance, or the 23-year with its historic depth, Pappy Van Winkle stands as bourbon royalty. Not just another bottle on your shelf, the bottle on your shelf everyone will be talking about. The hunt is half the fun, so good luck hunting for these bottles in 2025. Remember, these bourbons aren't just bottles, they're experiences. If you get lucky, the payoff is one of the best sips you'll ever enjoy.
That's right. I don't know if I agree with all of those bottles, but
I like number 3 and 2.
And the Pappy, I mean, it does look good on your shelf, I can tell you that. Hey, now it's time to get in on this sample pack that we're going to do this week. We're going to give away 4 Knob Creek products, not what you see on the screen. Maybe some of them, but I can tell you this. I don't have the Knob Creek 15, so nobody's going to be getting that sample this week. But to enter, all you have to do is put hashtag knob. You do that, and at the end of the show, we're going to spin that wheel of names, and hopefully you'll be the lucky one this week. we're not playing any games this week after last week's fiasco. So, anywho, we're going to
Yeah,
move.
we'll work on it. We'll work on it next. I'm going to talk him into playing the game again. We're just going to have it set up correctly.
We're going to do the game again. We just need to revamp it. So, what we're going to do now is Roger and I are going to review a bottle that's pretty hot right now. It's the Augusta. Let me reach back here and get it. The Buckner's 15 is really the hot one. We're going to have a sample of Buckner's 10 year this year. I know they make an 8, a 10, a 15. So we're going to
8, 10, 15. And I think the original 8 bottles that they came out with were, from what everybody has suspected, it was the initial bottles were Heaven Hill Distillant, and then the later bottles have all been Barton Distillery, and those are the lower barrel proof ones that are below 120. And again, going back to the same thing that we had before, Barton had a ton of juice that was sitting in those brick houses down in Bardstown, and it's all coming out, and we find out now it's really, really good.
I know a lot of people say the 10 year, for the price, they like it better than the 15 year, because the 15 year is pretty daggum expensive.
Yeah, 300 plus, isn't it?
Yeah. And the 10 year is, well, this one here is marked 138 is what I paid for this one. So very caramely, toffee on the nose.
Yep.
I get honestly, I get more toffee than I do caramel. Maybe a slight hint of vanilla. And I mean, Roger, this thing is 120.4 proof. I'm not getting any ethanol on it.
No ethanol. I'm not disagreeing with any of the notes you're picking up. I'm getting the same thing.
What about on the palate? What do you think?
Well, if it's anything, I'm basing this off the 8 year that I have. I'm going to try the 10 and see if it follows along the same path. Caramel, the coats the tongue side to side. It's got the tongue going side to side, a little bit of a burn, not real heavy.
No hug, no Kentucky
no hug yet. The best thing I can say that I like it is that vanilla cream caramel type thing that you get the majority of the bourbons. But I love it when it's with the Spartan juice, because again, there's various iterations of it that I've had, the 1792 products. This is some of the better barrels, I think.
Yeah, it's good. I'm getting on the palate a little bit of oak, which I mean is to be expected, and just a hint of dustiness. Not a wild turkey funk by any means, but just a hint of dusty, which I mean I like. So, and that could be the oak in it,
Picking a little, the second sip, I'm getting a little of the cinnamon on it, a little of the spice on the back end of it. Still no hug, which is not bad. I don't mind that, because that means that's a good even palate for me.
Well, I mean, honestly, this drinks is smooth, and I know that's a word that people don't like to use when you're bourbon legends, but it is just as easy of a drinker as that 100 proof Jack Daniel's twice barrel rye that we just had.
Yeah.
As far as proof points go, I mean, it drinks like 100 proofer.
And it's got some legs on it coming down inside the Glen. I mean, it's viscous. There's a lot of oiliness to it, and
I don't like using the term, but I would almost say that this one could be crushable.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that would keep this from being crushable for me is the cost. You
Yeah,
know,
what's MSRP on that bottle?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I did not research that. You want me to find out real quick? I can probably find out.
You could probably do that. You know, get your chat GTP going on,
Oh, I
or
love chat.
PTT. Yeah, there's another YouTuber out there that has a problem with chat PTD, and I think it might be the fact that he's not pronouncing it correctly. But hey,
Well, you know, it's hard when you start putting a bunch of those letters together. All
especially
right.
if you've been drinking.
Supposedly the MSRP is around $114.99. So honestly, I don't feel too bad at paying $138 for it. That's not that bad. Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
and
That was the 8-year. I'm sorry. That was the 8-year. Let me see about the 10.
see, and I feel pretty good about spending $80 on the 8 years I've got.
Oh yeah. Well, if you paid $80 for the 2 8 years, you did really well. So this one that says the Buckner's 10-year is a $149.99. So if that's the case, then I got a hell of a deal for $138. Got a feeling that may not be correct. You can't believe everything that Chat GPT says. So
No, no. But I do know there's a lot of people out there that have been going after the Buckner's Augusta 15 and spending 350 on it, those type things. I know the master distiller that used to be with Old Dominic, my unofficial sponsor, uh, was the distiller, or what do you call her, the master distiller at Old Dominic, and now she's moved on to Augusta. We're gonna possibly get an interview with her maybe coming up down the road. But again, I think it's a very good way for them to kind of stretch that beginning when they first get started. They're using some very good bourbon, and they've marketed it very well. They put it out and packaged it in a couple of different ways, and for whatever reason, they still keep a buzz going on it. It's been out about 2 3 years, and it's still, people are clamoring for the new 15 when it comes out. So
yeah. Now Kenneth said that he confirmed that 149 price.
yeah.
Now listen to this. This is what I find shocking. There is nothing better than free whiskey. Does anybody disagree with that?
No, I got nothing, no problem with that.
Look at what I just put on this page from Mike Brock. 22 watching and only 9 people entered for the samples. And then he writes, free is free. Isn't that the truth? It is. Oh, come on, people now. I mean,
Now, here's the
it's
question.
free.
You have to be subscribed to be able to make a comment. So if you are not subscribed,
That's true.
please subscribe. It'll only take about a minute, and then you'll be able to make a comment and put in that hashtag knob. And if you have friends, neighbors, fellow bourbon lovers that aren't subscribed to our show, please have them subscribe. We're trying to, by the end of July, which we actually got an extra week added to the month by the governor of the state of Arkansas,
Absolutely.
because we wanted it and she gave it to us. So we're going to get an extra week before we need it. We need that 200. And as long as we can.
I'm going to bring Marty back in real quick. Marty? So this is a little behind the scenes. So I have a spreadsheet that talks about the scripts, okay? And every script that we've done, every show that we've done, and we have it scheduled out all the way right now until end of September. And Roger calls me like Monday or Tuesday, and he says, hey. I said, hey, what? He goes, we skipped this Thursday, the 24th. Does Marty know? Is he coming on this one or the next one? We had you scheduled for the 31st
On his spreadsheet,
on my
not
spreadsheet.
in his mind.
And so I texted you, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go on." So we just moved everything from next week to this week. So that's why we say we've gained an extra week.
Okay,
Yeah, we
I
got
got,
a reprieve from the
We
governor.
didn't realize it.
yeah, I don't think I did either.
Well,
Cheers. Thank you, Sarah Huckabee.
As long as you said yes, you're
yeah.
good this week. We just popped you in. Now,
Perfect.
since we have Marty back, and we alluded to this earlier on the show, this is our next big adventure for the Bourbon Legends. We're going to take over Lynchburg, Tennessee, and pretty much anybody wants to come, you're welcome to show up. Squires, non-squires, it doesn't matter. We're going to have a bottle share at one point, probably going to have a barbecue. Although, I mean, we say barbecue, it's probably just going to be hamburgers, cooked on a barbecue grill, not actual true barbecue. But everybody should try to figure out if you can make it. Come on over to Lynchburg, and we're gonna paint the town black like that sign there. It says Jack Daniels. I personally can't wait to see the house that we're staying in, Marty.
Oh, I know, dude.
Bourbon Legends logo hanging off of that balcony in the second floor.
Yes.
You know it? I mean,
I can't wait.
Not going to be hard to find, you guys.
no, I don't think so. People, I mean, the town's not very big anyway. So, I mean, it's not going to be hard to find us.
Yeah, I know one of the legends mentioned about going and introducing themselves to the chief of police before the first when you got there. I don't think we want to do that. I think it's just undercover of the night. You take over the town and then leave.
Well, I mean, it's illegal to sell alcohol in Lynchburg, but I don't believe that it's illegal to consume it.
No, it is not.
So, I don't think, it's kind of like Conway, Arkansas, where I reside. It is the wettest city in the driest county. You can't buy anything, at a package store here, but any restaurant you go into, you can have a pour, get a beer or whatever, so.
Yeah, speaking of that, one of the best places to get a pour in this area of bourbon is right there in Conway. Was it O'Malley's?
Yeah, at O'Malley's, sure is.
We're going to have to do a remote from there one night.
I bet you we could go live. What do you want to bet?
I bet we could too.
Be pretty cool. Go live from O'Malley's. Well, I bet it'd be loud though. You know how it is when you go to those bars like that.
We'll have Will there as our doorman, and he'll have the hands up that keeps everybody quiet, and then he'll get the crowd going and fired up. He'll be our hype man.
Roger, I believe now they do have a private room there. I bet we could I can bet we could arrange that private room if we're buying pours. I bet you they'd let us get in that private room.
Yeah, their bar though is pretty nice. It's legendary.
Especially when they had a roof leak a week or two ago, and they borrowed all of my air blowers to dry it out. So I think they owe us a little bit anyway.
There we go.
Roger, what's the latest count on the subscribers? Are we still stuck at 184? Can you tell?
Let me check.
While you're checking, I want to.
It still says 184.
184, man, guys, come on. We need some help here.
We need to jump that up.
We need to plug this. Look here. Help us reach 200. It's so easy. All you have to do is hit subscribe. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. It's real simple.
And not only subscribing, we also have something else that's coming up for our Patreons only. I mean, the Patreons are a huge help for the channel, and not only the channel, but everything. I mean, the way I look at it is with the Bourbon Legends, we're not just a YouTube channel, or we're not just the Discord channel or the Facebook channel. We're everything put together, made into like a big rubber ball. And so if you're a Patreon member, you sure help us out, and we appreciate it. and we're going to help you out by being a Patreon member. And we're going to have on August 20th. Sorry, Marty, I cut you out there.
29th.
29th. But we're having a Patreon member only giveaway. Now, you can go to the Patreon page and join up. And you can still do that if you join by July 31st. You have to be a member for at least 1 month to be entered into this free giveaway. And we're giving away the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass bourbon. So I recommend to everybody, if you want to try to get in on this, you need to do it here in the next 6 days, 7 days, so you can be eligible for that. All right. We're rounding right about the hour, so we're getting close. Marty, do you have any final words that you'd like to say?
I just say, if you hadn't already subscribed and liked this video, and just be legends, join us.
Yeah, I think so. Be legendary.
Be legendary.
We do so much right now, just with get-togethers and trips and whatnot. The more the merrier. That's the way I see it.
That's right.
Roger, do you have anything?
Well, I'd like to have everybody raise a toast if they've got something in their glass.
Oh,
I'd like
I don't
to toast.
even have a drop left in mine.
Well, like to make a toast to some of the legends that we've lost this week. Not necessarily bourbon legends, but legends that are in our lifetime in the music industry, acting, and professional wrestling, which is still fun.
That's
They're
acting.
people that we grew up in.
Acting.
That's acting. But we grew up with these people. We know them and they know them, and it's something that we're going to miss in our lives. So I say toast to them. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, guys, we're closing up the giveaway. If Mike Brock, who is our official scorekeeper there, if Mike will send me that info, we are going to spin that wheel, and hopefully somebody will go home with some Knob Creek.
We've got ourselves a special person in the chat too that toasted to you.
Who is
You know
that?
this Renee and Bowden person?
Yeah, I think she just walked in the door over here a minute ago.
Yeah. She's also got a moniker. What's her moniker?
Mrs. Claus?
Mrs. Claus, yeah. She's Mrs. Claus.
I wonder if she got in on the giveaway.
That would make it easier for you to ship, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'm telling you, it saved me $8 to $10 on shipping there. I could just win it myself,
I really think we need to get Renee to do a blind sample with you. I think that would be a fun
it's
little
funny you mentioned that,
extension.
because look here, she said she did not enter. I guess. No, that's one of the things we're going to work on. We're going to do some blinds, and we have some blinds set up, and we also. Oh my gosh! Look here! Look at her!
Look at there! There you go. Speak up!
Here.
There she is.
Well, hold on. I got to get rid of this. Hold on. See, this is the live TV thing when they come in like this. Oh yeah,
This is kind of a weird angle.
that is a weird angle. My goodness.
That's like Craig. That's like Will last night. Remember, he was doing that. So
Yeah, he was.
Will was laying sideways, I believe, last night.
yeah, he levitated.
No, Will wasn't on the floor. But Will was he was laying sideways for some reason. I mean, that's kind of the deal. I mean, I know that a lot of times Daniel Beasley is laying sideways too, or laying back anyway. So,
Or in a pool floating.
And speaking of Daniel Beasley, Daniel is going to be our special guest next week. So, yes, Mike, I got it, and we're getting ready to spin. All right, guys, I'm going to sign Marty off. Thanks for coming, Marty.
Cheers, Marty.
All right, see ya.
Goodbye, Marty. Roger, I'm going to spin this wheel here, okay?
You got it, brother.
Let me see here if I can add it to the stage. All right. Now, I'm going to go in. I know Mike has already shuffled. Well, I can't shuffle it. That's the thing. Mike has shuffled it. I can't shuffle it. Let's see here. We've got Miss Fun,
Uncle Bubba,
Uncle Bubba, Tupelo Runner, Adam,
Major Zero.
Zero, Keith P, Austin, the Bourbon Bitch. She's on here too. Ernest Peacock, Sawdust and Coffee. Sawdust and Coffee must be a new subscriber. All right, and there's Poor Decisions. All right, guys and gals, good luck. Here we go. Looks like it's going to be the new subscriber. Sawdust and Coffee. Good job. Congratulations. You are going to be the winner of this week's Knob Creek samples. I tell you what, I don't have your information, so if you will message me at thebourbonlegends.com, if you'll go in there, our email address is under there. If you'll shoot me a message, we'll get this stuff packed up and shipped out for you tomorrow, okay? Sawdust and Coffee. Boy, I need to find out how that moniker came about.
Yeah, we're gonna. It might be another guest we have on at some point.
I'm telling you. All right, folks, I'm going to check the comments one last time. Everybody's congrats. We've successfully filled another hour of your time. So I think we're going to end this stream, and you need to watch this ending, folks, because these are the people that helped make this happen, and we've got a new theme song or outro song, so enjoy, guys. Thanks for being here. Roger, thanks. We'll see you guys next Wednesday for the Legends Wednesday theme night. If you're not on that one, be sure to be on this one. Same bat time, same bat channel, because next week we're giving away super allocated samples. All right. Until next time, stay cool. Bye, guys.
Pour one more for the stories we've told of barrels and bottles and whiskey gold. From grain to glass, through fire and flame, every pour's got a legend's name.